Welcome to Husky Stadium in Ncaa, Illinois. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Northern Illinois Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I spoke to the Falcons head coach before this matchup. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to move them on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Now on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Huskies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Snagged in the middle. It's Rogers. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Johnson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Just feeds the running back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. Into the end zone for 6.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. We reached the break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Hunt is in the air. Makes a catch at the 10. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The sure hands, it's Thompson. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate.
There's a crease. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers in all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Northern Illinois putting together a threat in the red zone. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick strike complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Northern Illinois looking to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Could be an alley. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Goes to the option. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Falcons!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Thanks to grab. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep the drive alive. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Here comes the option. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Northern Illinois right back to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Huskies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They go to the ground. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life.
Might have a chance. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. And the Huskies want to move quickly. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Running inside, it's Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. To the air on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. A first down run in the red zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's Chambers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll leave it with him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. On the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season, man. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Here's a heat. And down he goes.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Reese?
Okay, Holly. The run inside. It's Johnson. Maybe a crease. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Second down coming up. Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season, still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a third down. He's short from the 33. Off-play action. Here's the pressure. Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Easy. The offense changing the play. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll move the tight end. Trying to punch it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, that is exactly what you want your offense to do in the fourth quarter. Like, protect your lead, being able to put drives together, eat up clock, and score. Now, ball goes to the other side. Palmer, you better put this offense in fast forward. Down by a couple of possessions, you need some big plays.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. You've got to score quickly, and then your defense has to be able to get the ball back for you, too. So you just put tons of pressure on the opponent with that long scoring drive to take a 2-possession lead. That could not have been executed any better.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Pulled down for the tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Try to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation.
Touchdown, Falcons. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All